So here we are, back in the shed. Got my baffle material turned up. Comes with some wire to hold it on. These are that's my baffle I made, and that was the original one. The only thing is, I think this material is a little bit on the thick side. It doesn't want to come any higher than that, because that's obviously got to slide through the opening, and that is quite thick material. And I mean that would go round once, but I'd end up with a seam then, possible gap, which I don't want. So what I'm going to try and do is, which looks like it's possible, is to split this down the middle, and then I can get 2 wraps and cover the seam up. So that is the plan. So the first thing I'm going to try and do is just split this, which I think that looks roughly halfway. Hopefully this is going to work okay. Getting it even is probably the hardest part. It does seem to separate quite easily. That split quite easily. Put that to one side. So I think that will give me a better coverage. I can maybe get a wrap in a bit, I think, before that starts getting maybe 2 wraps. So tight you can get this stuff, I guess. Try this way round. Yeah, that's probably about the maximum I'll be able to get around there. Just give that a mark. So I'll mark this just about. So I'll cut that there. And the other thing is the length. Because obviously this is the only thing that really stops the whole baffle sliding right down to the first baffle plate inside the exhaust. So I think the next thing will be to do is measure how deep this needs to be, rather than just guess it. Should have measured the old one before I took it off. Well, in fact I did measure it, but memory isn't that good, so I've forgotten what it was. I think it was around 130, 140, somewhere around there. I'll get my tape and have a measure up. Okay, so this is the exhaust, and down there, hopefully you can see that, is the first baffle plate. So what I need to do is measure from the end of that baffle plate to the inside of this here, and that will give me my depth of material I need to cut. So that is, looks like that, about 130. So memory weren't too bad then after all. So it's 130 mil length I need to cut. I think I'll probably cut the length first, then I'll be ready to run for the next, to do the next one. So for that 160, so if I do another one the same, straight edge. Right. That's my depth, and that's my round. Some of this out ready. Lock wire or something, I guess that is. So tight against that end there. On this edge, be easier, get it tighter. Try that again. Renew it. Try and keep it long. Okay. Let's get this end tight first, I think. Probably not the way to do this, but if it works, it works. Straight. Give that a twist. Be better pointed pliers actually. Get in there a bit better. I think that's going to go anywhere anyway. May not be the neatest, but as long as it does the job, don't think it's going to fall off. Give it a test fit. So all I've got to do, make sure my fixing hole there lines up there, so I can do my little screw, fixing holding screw. Which is around there somewhere, I think. Right, so where's the hole? Hole is there. Right, so it's about in line. Easy to have a look. Tripod is right in the way, unfortunately. Right, let's try it from this angle. Where's the hole gone? Right, lined up. screw is probably a little bit long, but that won't matter. Yeah. So that is that one done anyway. That's the other one done. A little bit easier without the camera and tripod in the way. Yeah, that's the other one in. What I didn't do is get the pull bar straight when the screw goes in. On mine, it's a bit on the wonk, not that really matters. What I'll have to do is just drill and tap another hole further round. Not really important. I might just take that screw out and shorten that a bit there. That one in there sort of fits flush. Yeah, so there we are. Baffles done. And I've got enough material left over. So I could just take those out and do those as well, the little ones. Which I'll have to get my tape measure, which I think is indoors. The tape. And measure. Let's do that again. There somewhere. Probably should have put my glasses on. Get my tape and measure to the inside of this, from the end of that baffle plate to the sort of back end of this. I just cut myself on the wire. Look.